For the next few minutes, I'd like to discuss one of the greatest unsolved mysteries ever to grace U.S. television screens. Does the guy talking to Andy and Helen look familiar? If you're a fan of the Andy Griffith Show, he should. The character's name is Mr. Schwamp. He appeared in over 24 episodes of the Andy Griffith Show, and yet never spoke a word. And here's the really weird part. Even after all these years, no one knows who he really is. Yep, this is a true unsolved mystery that is without doubt worthy of Robert Stack himself. So what do we know? Well, truthfully, not all that much. According to the official Andy Griffith Show wiki site, Mr. Schwump is a Mayberry citizen seen in at least 26 episodes of the Andy Griffith Show. As I mentioned, he never speaks. However, Andy and Barney frequently address him by name. In the episode The Fun Girls, Andy says, "Barney, I'm not going to a dance and stand in a stag line with old man Schwamp." Personally, I think calling this handsome devil an old man is a bit of a disservice to whoever this fine actor actually was. One fan-based theory about Mr. Schwamp is that he was played by an old friend of Andy's who had fallen on hard times. As such, Andy got him a small role in one episode of the show with a couple of speaking lines so that he could be paid more for his time on the set. However, when the moment of truth arrived, the friend couldn't remember his lines and froze. The rest of the cast just kept going, and at the end of the day, everyone liked how the scene turned out so much that they kept it and kept inviting Andy's old friend back to film more episodes. Whoever he was, the feller would also appear in a handful of movies, as well as the Andy Griffith spin-offs Gomer Pyle USMC and Mayberry RFD. The thing that makes this mystery so strange is that the cast and crew must have known him well, otherwise he wouldn't have kept showing up. Was it simply an inside joke, or was there something else going on here? One theory that has been debunked is that Mr. Schwamp was played by Danny Thomas's brother. While it's true that his brother Tom Jacobs did appear in a number of episodes of the Andy Griffith Show, just one look at Tom makes clear that he didn't play our mysterious friend Old Man Schwamp. No puffy cheeks, no silly grin, definitely not him. Despite the potential theory that I provided earlier, other fans continued to discuss this mystery, and a few years back on April 1st, the Andy Griffith Show Rerun Watchers Club Facebook page announced that they had finally solved the mystery. Within a few hours, they had posted an article identifying the actor who played Mr. Schwamp as Patch S. Wimmers, with a full biography. Sadly, or hilariously, depending on how you look at it, at the end of the article, there was a link which revealed that the post was an April Fool's Day joke. Even more recently, on another Andy Griffith fan site, there was a forum posting pointing fans to a YouTube video of an old home movie from the Howard family. Yep, it looks like little Opie Cunningham's real family captured Mr. Schwamp somewhere on set and out of character. Could he have been someone involved in the production of the show? A producer, a director, or even a writer? Personally, I believe that kind of connection is just as likely as the idea that the chap might have been a friend of Andy's looking for work. What I find most strange about the whole deal is that there have been no family members willing to come forward and say, "Hey, that's my dad." Whoever this guy was, he had to have told his kids about his time working on the Andy Griffith Show. You don't work on an iconic TV series like that and not tell a few stories. Another person who could, in all likelihood, quickly solve this mystery is this feller, Ron Howard. One of my favorite actors/directors ever. But apparently he's not much of a storyteller. Otherwise, we'd have the answer that we all desperately need. You hear me, Ron? 5 minutes! Just give me 5 minutes, and I guarantee that there are a handful of us Andy Griffith nutcases that will finally get a good night's sleep. So there you go. What do you think? Why did this guy keep showing up on the show? And why, oh why, does he remain a mystery to this very day? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and while you're at it, please click on the thumbs up icon if you enjoyed this video, and why not consider subscribing to the channel? I focus on music, movies, and television, mostly from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, the good stuff. But most importantly, and as always, thank you so much for watching.